So this could definitely be a very interesting game. And oh my gosh, we're already live right here. We have this opening hit. Looks like 3-1 with Boomer. We've got Smoker, Jockey, Charger. Same basic strategies Simi outlined last time, I suppose. Oh, but Survivor's going up top. And the pause. Right onto the opening safer.
Sam just spectated and Boomer just fell.
Wow. A solid start. A solid start to this round. Yeah, that Boomer, now that he's fallen down the ladder, I don't think he's going to be able to get a boom without some other SI setup. I have no idea what's going on here, but it looks like they're going to ready up. Oh, charge coming in and whiffing completely. Double boom does land. And the other SI all over the place right now. Sam definitely, yeah, not available on that first hit.
Double boom did go out, but Charge just landed by himself, and he just missed. So they got nothing out of that.
What is going on with this Boomer? He manages to get a reboom and a bunch of scratches. Like, alright, Dusty taking that hit all on himself. His teammates dicked around and didn't get anything done, but he came in with the Boomer. Alright, another hit coming in, a bit of a pull out to the front. Kind of random seeming, but there are still commons flying all around, and the SI all get shut down really well. Really interesting hit timings, but I guess that's what happens when you have 2 booms in a row in that opening area. It's a lot of delay. We will have the tank. Yeah, 38%, and there it is. I imagine Survivor's gonna run back. Charger spawning up. That was Dusty who became the tank. And that Charge not gonna get anything. Boomer actually getting a 1 boom onto Dynasty out here in the front. Smoker looking for the pullback, not quite gonna have it. And looks like Dusty's gonna work this car in. Kind of failing the first hit and the second hit.
That car's not working.
Oh my gosh. That tree was his worst enemy right there. Alright, and we only have war rooms for one of these teams. I think for this tank we're gonna put it on infected side, and it's gonna be spectacular soy sauce. So right now we're gonna keep it here and give you guys the play-by-play of the tank. That Smoker is really out of position right now. Oh, nice Boomer pop from Killer Beast. That Charge coming in, not able to find anything, and sliding right off the edge of the rooftop.
Survivors are LOSing as they should, because the last hit they just went in 1 by 1 and tank couldn't do anything from that.
Yeah, so what do you think? Is this going to be a commit, or...?
No, he's still first pass, so you can just keep sight and rotate and try and get a rock.
Hopefully so. Here come the SI just now getting their spawns. Tank is roaming around looking for some rock positions. And here comes the Hunter skeeted off of that DP attempt. Charger Jockey coming in. They got a lot of distance to cover. Jockey does land for a second, but the rock gonna get shut down pretty perfectly.
Sam going for DP as usual.
Oh,
when
man.
he was on my team, he would just tell me to spectate so we get the Hunter off the first hit, so he could go for a 25.
Wow. I know that feeling though. Sometimes you just really gotta go for the 25. But yeah, usually you don't want to go in first and get shut down before your teammates can get in. Dusty is on second pass though, almost out of rage. That pull landing, nice intercept by the tank. Can't believe that Smoker wasn't cleared. What a great angle from Sam's Smoker. But now things are all cleared off. Dusty's alone up top, getting chipped down by these Survivors, and he's not able to cover any distance. I don't know what he's gonna make happen right here. This kind of looks like the end of the tank. And there he goes, trying to climb out with his last 200 health and getting shut down. Oof, only 2 punches worth of damage coming out of that tank. They got a little bit of separation there, but overall, I don't think that's what Team Whatevaz wanted.
True, and Bravo still sitting at a 0.
Indeed he is. Nice double boom though coming out from Dusty. Charger not managing to get that cap as the Survivors back up over the choke point. And that's pretty much going to be the hit. We've still got a Jockey and Spitter set up. trying to figure out what they're going to do with their spawns for this next hit.
They could actually rush this choke.
Yeah, that could be a good play. Jockey pre-spawning, trying to scare him off from making that rush. They're still waiting on same spawn. They do get the tri-cap with Smoker right here. And it looks like Smoker's looking for this pullback in the back. He's kind of far away. But they could spring this at any time with these positions. Nice pounce landing for a 9 damage pounce. They have a 2-cap going on and a pretty good spit spread. Actually managing to get a fair amount of damage off of that. It's still a huge amount of health bonus. The Survivor team, Spectacular Soy Sauce, sitting at 596 health bonus right now, which is pretty huge coming out of this map. But I don't know, given that early tank spawn... Oh, wait. Witch Crown should be a freebie. But, oh my gosh. Almost missing it. Lucky. Luckily he got that second shot in and managed to do 1800 damage to the Witch. But yeah, coming up to just about the last choke point of the map. And it looks like we've got a 3-1 setup for it with Spit, so they can chip down some health bonus here if they manage to land this charge.
They don't need to rush this hit because they're all 4 of them at solid health, so there's like no point in going in. They could send in Ellis to like take the hit because he's the only one bleeding. But let's see.
Hunter gets taken down, but the charge does go in. They manage to get the charge spit onto Killer Beast, and his health bonus does tick down a lot off of that. Takes about 50 health bonus off of the board. But that should pretty much be it for the map. I don't know, man. This seems like a pretty big amount of health bonus to get off of map 1. What do you think about that tank spawn?
Well, tank spawn's pretty good. Oh, let's see.
Oh, last hit coming in, 2-boom, landing, actually getting a double cap here with the Pounce and Smoker. I can't believe they managed to get more chip off of that. They took another 50 points off that health bonus, actually even more than that.
Killer Beast ping just went up to 200.
Well, I see. Yeah, I don't know. So we come out with a final chapter score for Spectacular Soy Sauce of 884. But yeah, I don't know. Do you think they got the right amount of damage off of their tank, or do you think that you'd expect a team to get a bit more damage chipped off with that spawn?
Tank was pretty well taken by the survivors. Like, the support was dead. Tank had like 2k HP, but he did have roof control, so he could have gotten out, but he decided to go for that last punch and he just died. But the last 2 hits, they managed to like take off about 200 health bonus, so I think they're fine. Because it's around the same score that Sound Swagburger got on their first time.
Yeah. Oh wow, look at this pull here on the roof. Nobody is there to clear him very quickly, and Charger coming in, getting a punch or so. Looks like 2 punches, Boomer getting batted around. Actually a fairly damaging opening hit.
Dusty's down to 57.
Yeah, wow. That's a lot of damage onto one player for that opening hit, but it looks like Team Whatevaz are going to be moving a little bit faster. Look at this separation. Sam's so far in the front. I bet he's going to try to start that tank. There's a lot of commons around, so he probably shouldn't. And he does stop himself at the last minute. Tank is now up. Survivor is pushing forward right here. SI all set up in the back. That car is being thrown around at the survivors. Somebody's gonna eat a punch, a double punch right now. Jockey taking Dusty on next to that alarm car, so the alarm car will be set off, and Dusty is basically dead. What a risky strat, and it does not look like it's paying off.
But the support's all behind him, and Tank, I don't think he's gonna be able to catch up. They get tri-capped.
Yeah, and all the cappers are spawned up too. It looks like some of them are going for despawns now that Dusty's dying. But this may end up being 3 survivors with health bonus in, and then the scores will actually stay fairly close. Here comes Hunter and Jockey and Charger looking for the tri-cap. There's 1 pounce landing. They're finally getting cleared by Red Star. and Jockey and Charger being taken down by him as well. And that tank, once again, not really able to catch up. Maybe he can do something with one of these cars, but it's gonna be a pretty long shot. The car just flew in there, didn't make it to the survivors at all. Throwing it at the safe room door, and that's the safe room door closed. Oh my gosh.
Pretty ballsy move by the survivors.
Look at these scores. They managed to make it in with just 170 points less than Team Spectacular Soy Sauce. Is this L4D2? Yeah, I mean, that's an interesting trade, but definitely seeing a bit of Team Whateva's flavor here in that decision to run that tank. Really crazy. It means they only took like 3 SI hits that whole map, and they didn't even fight a tank.
Like, Whatevaz knew that their hit was up, and as soon as they spawned the tank, he was super close. So it's either risking going back and taking the hit or rushing ahead, and that's what they did, and it paid off.
Yeah, it certainly seemed to. It was a pretty solid trade. I mean, if they had to fight on health bonus and stuff, they might have ended up with less points than that. I mean, there was a pretty good chance they would have. But yeah, here we are on the next map. We've got a 2-2 setup with Smoker and Hunter, and it looks like Boomer gonna go in, managing to get a 1 boom. There's a bit of separation here. Hunter wants to try to go and play on it, and he does manage to land the cap. Spitter not able to find a way in to get that spit in, gonna use it as separation instead.
If that Spitter would have landed, it would have been massive damage, but it's still pretty good for a 2-2, that's a...
Yeah, I didn't quite catch their death order, but I'm sure they'll be able to spam and make sure that Spitter gets the last spawn. End up with a 3-1 on the next hit. We won't be seeing tank until about 60% through the map, though. A lot of comments still around these survivors as they're pushing through into this next area. SI setting up a little bit ahead of them, it looks like.
They're gonna... Pills.
Oh wow. Yeah, clean up that 20 health that was missing or whatever with some extra pills. But yeah, that Hunter is just sitting there, lying in wait, waiting for these survivors to move up just a little bit further so they can have this nice surround on them as they enter with their hit. Boomer looking for it right there, but a nice crouch from Relapse. ZZQT, pull going in, landing for a brief second, and a skeet, or a ground skeet onto that Hunter, and Jockey coming in a little bit late there as well.
That's a pretty well taken hit. Like,
yeah, I think it was a complete shutdown other than that smoker pull.
Yeah. Which should be up soon, probably by the ramp.
Yeah, kind of looks like it's going to be that way. Team Spectacular Soy Sauce really keeping it solid for these first few hits. And the SI setup is coming up. It's a 2-2 this time. We don't quite see the Witch yet.